Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to another Thursday live stream. Where, yes, excuse me, today we're going to be covering obviously the news as normal. Lots to go through, especially after we've had the Transformers Earth Wars official stream. So we'll sort of break some of them things down, discuss some of them things if you've missed it. Listen, if you're in that stream, there's certain things in there that you might not have quite catch, and that means certain consequences. So we'll talk about them as always. Talk about general game news as well. So we've got the Prime League buffs come this week, the changes. We've got a new battle pass. We're talking about those as well. Like I said, loads of information from that stream to sort of discuss. And then we're going to talk about a bit about combiners today as well. I mean, combiners have been covered a lot in, my channel and other channels, but it's just something that was said in the stream today, in the official stream, that I didn't quite agree with, to be honest with you. And I want to sort of explain my standpoint on why I sort of disagree with that. I understand their standpoint, and, it's a good talking point. So I thought, it'd be pretty good for us to discuss. So, yeah. So let's see who we've got in the chat. So we have got William Wilkinson, who was first. Congratulations. We've got Mitchell VF1J and SG Sandwich, one of our members. We've got Matt Poley, who was fourth, and we've got Chris Lewis as well. I'm going to give a code out to the first 5 people, literally those 5 people. So those 5 people are going to get a Sunstreaker Wozza / Crystal. There you go. I've got loads to give out. We're going to do a big giveaway today in the stream as well. More of that later. But yeah, we're going to give 5 codes out straight away to those first 5 guys. So William Wilkinson, Mitchell VF1J, SG Soundwave, Matt Poley, and Chris Lewis. You all get a Sunstreaker Wozza / Crystal just to be in the first 5 in the chat. And don't forget, though, guys, if you want to be one of the first in the chat, give codes out quite regularly just for being in early, just for being one of those guys that's coming and going, hey, Wozza, I'm here. The best way to do that is hit that subscribe button. That is the best way to do it, guys. Don't forget to hit like on the video if you do like them. If you didn't like them, let me know in the comments, whatever. But yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, and you'll never miss another stream, never miss another video. And we are pumping out content at the minute, which we'll talk a bit about later on. We've also got the Arrow DJ Hart. Welcome, brother. Make sure you go and check out the Arrow DJ Hart's channel. More about that later as well. Like I said, we've got loads to go through today. Bricks Motion. We've got Alpha Tryon, Lord Avix, my brother Grind Time, who's popped in and popped out. Thanks for joining. We've got Chris Harmon as well. Brian Leonard. We've got Risku, one of our members as well. Jason Rowley, we've got Chris Harmon, Sharksy, one of our mods as well. Thanks for jumping in. Dr. Claw, Atari, how's it going? Brad Channing, thanks for joining us. Quite late for us over here, 10 PM over in the UK. So thanks for joining in. And Calvin as well. Thanks for joining. So let's have a look at the newsletter and we'll go from there. Okay, cool. Bar week, grind, week, nitty bong. And as suggested, this week's event is the assembly. So you've probably seen it in the thumbnail. I've changed it a bit, how I'm going to do these things, because I sort of realised that we cover the news every single stream, and I don't want to give too much away on what we're talking about in the stream. If you want to know, tune in. But what I've been doing is taking snippets of the streams and post them as videos. So if you don't get a chance to watch the stream, if you don't have the time, because a lot of people said, listen, I don't have an hour and a half, sadly, to watch your stream. It's a bit too long. And, I understand that. I kind of get it. I don't expect everyone to go and watch these streams. Some people, it's good. You can watch for a decent length of time. Other people just don't have the time. So I've started taking snippets and posting them as videos as well. So those videos will have thumbnails explaining those videos. But if you want to watch it all in one big go, if you want a bit of feedback, you want to ask me questions or any advice, then that's where you join in the streams. Simple as that. Obviously, all the giveaways are done in stream as well, because I like to reward those people that are tuning in. It's very easy to watch the stream maybe at a later day, or maybe just to watch the videos. But, those people that tune in for the streams every single week, those committed members, I like to sort of, reward them as well by doing giveaways in the stream. So, yeah. So as I said, yes, this week's event is the assembly. So up to 40 premium combat chips, a G-Metal power core chip, 6 gold power core chips, 150,000 combat spark and normal spark, 1,500 4-star shards, 4,000 3-star shards, and 20 prems. So yeah, not too bad. 500k event, so nice and easy, nice and chilled. Super XP as always. and yeah, rewards littered throughout. So yeah, pretty decent. Not a bad event, nice and relaxed. So yes, game updates and information. So War Season 2. So these are sort of in the meantime while we get the War update. Yanis said he is working on something that's going to bring us some tournaments and things like that. But in the meantime, we've got these sort of updates. So I was sort of privy to both chats really, and I understand separating Cybertron and hard mode. You know, last time they did this, I think both effects were the same, and it was a bit too much for Cybertron hard. It sort of felt like Prime League a bit too much. So yeah, I'm all for these sort of changes, and we've separated playtest into Cybertron players and Prime League play, which is a good thing. You know, I've always said that on my behalf, it's not fair that Cybertron players have an input on how hard Prime League should be, but vice versa. I don't have an input on how hard Cybertron should be. It's not my input. It's not my stomping ground. So it's not fair for me to have an input in that. So I do agree with what they've done on playtest. They were sort of debating doing the same for bots, but I don't agree with that. You know, we all get 5-star bots. We all get 4-star bots. So we can all balance them around that. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the change. But for Cybertron hard, you get 20% HP and DPS, whereas Prime League gets 30%. So you can see the sort of difference. But the big change is in Prime League now, you need 2 losses to drop, which is huge because we want to stay in Prime League. We don't want to drop to Cyber. And it's not normally fair on other teams, to be fair. I mean, we dropped down this week and we faced S7 Stormbringer, who absolutely beat us. Fair play to them, props. We're just not on it at all. Those sort of people taking a few liberties, I think, because we're in Cyber, and we lost. And then next war, we faced Scorched Moon. You know, 2 top Prime League alliances, both in Cyber. You know, and it's not fair for Cyber players. They can be up against those sort of teams. So I'm all for these sort of changes where we keep, you know, Prime League players in Prime and Cyber now is 3 wins to promote, 3 losses to drop. Cam's 3 wins to promote, 3 losses to drop. So very excited for sort of these because people will play more at their level. So yeah, pretty good. And then MDS options. So laser MDS. So when destroyed, resource buildings will heal nearby allies for 20% of their health. In Cybertron, 40% in Prime League. So all good with that. Minigun MDS, cannon, missile launchers, and lasers apply 15% reduced healing. This is a bit of a big one for me. It's not too bad, 15%, but you know we do need these sort of reduced sort of healing things. But yeah, definitely need to. Plasma MDS, 15% reduced ability damage for buildings near power core equipped build bots. So yeah, that's pretty decent as well. You know, increased ability damage, reduced ability damage. Sorry. You know, that's pretty decent. Again, making it harder to one shot. So I'm all for these. The big one though is these Prime League effects, and I think these should have been in hard maybe because these are actually hard. So, cannons, launchers, and lasers restore 5% of their HP per second. That's not too bad. That's alright, you know. Cannons, launchers, and lasers again. So, a lot of things around lasers and launchers at the minute. Cannons, launchers, and laser damage increased by 35% against shielded targets. That's a big one. I've seen a lot of damage against shielded targets. I'm quite lucky that I don't have a lot of shields in my team. The only one I've really noticed is Ratchet's Heal Bomb. That's a big one. First Aid's Medibots. That's another big one. So I think I'm going to start using Wheeljack a bit more, which is a speed up and just a health boost. Whereas Ratchet, like I said, gives him a shield, which means they're going to take more damage. So that's going to be a bit of a hard one for me, a bit of an interesting one. I like that one. I like it. You know, and it's a bit weird that when I say it's a bit hard, I actually enjoy that. I want it to be harder. I do. And then outpost bots that die will respawn once. So I didn't at first. I was like, that's not too bad. I started thinking like, you know, around Laser Optimus and Chromia, and I was like, yeah. But then there was one bot, and I thought that's going to be interesting. And that one bot is Smokescreen. So when I see Smokescreen, normally what happens is smokescreen is behind the combiner or behind your other outpost bot sniping from a distance. Now, if he's left unchecked, he does incredible damage. So the way I would deal with it, or I deal with it, is I use Jetfire and I take him out. Take him out straight away with Jetfire. But now he comes back with a prime effect. If I take him out with Jetfire, I've got to use Jetfire again to take him out, maybe. Maybe I've got to use 2 abilities to take him out, which then increase the cost. So for me, that's a bit of a problem as well. So I'd advise anyone that's in Prime League to be adding smokescreen into Outposts, because that's going to be absolutely amazing, honestly. Going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of guys, I think. But yeah, it's an interesting one as well. And yeah, like I said, for Prime League hard mode, it's the same sort of effects, but just increase more. So yeah, pretty good. I like it. The Titan 4-star part is finally in. Finally, I know people have been asking for this non-stop in the chats. When is the Titan 4-star part coming? When is the Titan 4-star part coming? They're actually worse than me asking when 5-star combiners are coming, and I ask a lot. So it's 30,000 4-star shards. It's quite costly, but with the current way the meta is around 5 stars and balance, I think it's pretty good. I think 30,000 4-star shards is not too bad. We normally get, between 1.5 and 2,000 a week, so 10,000 a month, say. 3 months worth. People have been saving already because you had an inkling it would be that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But don't forget, you'll only get it if you've got you only see the bundle available, whatever. If you've got a 3-star Titan already. So make sure you got that, guys. What are they working on? So, 4 pairs of G1 power cores. So they've actually announced these. So it's Firefly and Blastoff, Skylinks and Blitzwing, Multimaster and Rodimus. No, that's it. The 3. There's only 3. Why they put 4? I just realised that it's only 3 at the minute. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. I've missed someone, but I'm pretty sure it's just a 3. My views on this, I can't go into too much detail. They're still being balanced, but for me, the only problem is that, Firefly is good. Don't get me wrong. But as it is, they said in the stream that the playtesters are excited about it, and it's hard for me to get excited about something unless it's something different, unless it's something that's going to give you an edge, or something that's going to add a new mechanic to the game. Because we've seen all this before. We've seen it gives jets protection, or it increases DPS, or it activates after a certain health level, and things like that. We've seen all this before. It's like rinse and repeat, and we'll talk a bit more about that later on as well. We need some new mechanics in. We need something different. I just feel like we're rinsing a lot of old material and a lot of old content and trying to make it relevant and new. And we need to stop that, really. We need to be a bit more inventive, really. But Skylinks is looking pretty good. Skylinks and Blitzwing, that's looking too bad. Firefly and Blastoff, Rodimus, Motormaster, it's alright. It's not too bad. But yeah, we just need to be a bit more inventive, I think, with these G1 ones. Consistently displaying in-game where fire and acid damage are used. They also said as well in stream that they're going to look at electrical damage and things like that, and have little indicators on when something is affected. And again, we'll talk a bit more about that later on. Lots to go through. 5 level 11 abilities. We don't know what these are yet, but Fabian did say in the stream is going to look at maybe just looking at 5 stars this time round. And I agree with that, because it's nothing worse than these ability 11 comes out. Now, I've said endlessly that I'm maxed out on Spark. I'm having to go to silly lengths now to sort of stop wasting my Spark, and I'm using Spark on bots that I just don't want to. So, I've started leveling Hound up just for experimental purposes, not because I need him, not because I'm a war team, just for experimental purposes. And I could level other bots, but they'll never get used. So, I might as well put it into Hound just for the fun of it, but it's just a bit silly, really. And when they bring out these ability 11s, they'll bring out like 4 5 stars and the rest 4 5 stars and the rest 4 stars. So out of them 4 5 stars, how many will I have? 1 or 2. So I'll get to update 2, and then I've got to wait another 6 months. When these came out, they said every month we're bringing out ability 11, and we've not had one for months. I think it was Christmas last time we had one, and it's every 2 months now, something like that. And now we're only getting 5. So if they're going to do this, and they are going to, I get they're busy, let's bring out at least 5 stars first and get them all boxed off, done. And then we can look at 4 stars after that. So that's a good move. I hope they do that. And then finally, again, nose cone and drill horn. Finally getting an overhaul. Finally. Oh, what's this? 2 years in the making? It's been a running joke for if you've been anywhere, if you are anyone in this game, for the last 2 years has been going on. So interested to see what they'll do. I hope they do it justice. I hope he's one of the most powerful bots in the game. I hope he could do sea spray but through walls and kill all the base in one shot. I just hope they do something crazy with him. They need to do something with him really, really good. So excited to see what they're going to do with that. Then the new combats is Zor and Slugfest. Again, a bit of rinse and repeat with these, really. I can't go into too much, but it's just a bit of old content that they're trying to make relevant and put into combats, and it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I'm not too pleased about these. It's another companion bot. I'm not a fan of companion bots as it is. And if you're going to give these guys abilities that fire something or launch something, so we're seeing this with Steeljaw, that he launched this cloud of smoke, which is like tracks, which is okay. It's a good ability, and if it works great. But if it goes to the wrong place, it's not great, and that's my worry. And they're just sort of taking old abilities and putting them into these combats, and they're going, yeah, well, if it hits something, it's going to be really good. But if it doesn't, it doesn't matter. No, it needs to be consistent. Everyone likes consistency in this game. People don't like Ultra Magnus because his damage is not consistent. Don't like Sunstreaker because his damage is not consistent. People don't like these sort of inconsistency you can't rely on. And we're relying on these too much in these combats. It's a lot of rinse and repeat in old content. Let's bring out some new content. Let's bring out some new mechanics. I know it's hard. I've tried thinking myself. But come on, there must be something out there we can change or do. Other than these abilities, what they're giving at the minute, I'm not too impressed with just these little things now. No, we progressed leaderboards, doing really well in leaderboards and really progressing them. Let's progress bots now. We've got a 5-star bot in the leaderboard. Brilliant, absolutely amazing. I can't say enough of that. Absolutely amazing. We've got loads of things coming, which I'm really pleased about. Again, we're going to talk about later on. Loads of good things coming in the game, but I still think that we're struggling with bots. I'm going to correct that. Bots are nearly there. Bots are combats. Combats is going to be my main focus right now. Combats need to increase. They really do need to be better because they're not hitting the heights of Top Shot or not hitting the heights of other combats. They're not, and they need to. Run over. And then there's this is a big one. So this is going to be a big chat. But yeah, anyway. So they put through a selection of bots that cause electrical damage, and they've renamed them. So we've got Mirage, we've got Silverbolt, Sea Spray, Octopunch, Star Saber, Deathsaurus, Elite 1, Lugnut, Punch, Counterpunch. The list is there. You can sort of screenshot it. You can have a look at it, but it's in the newsletter. And what happened was they decided on Tuesday, without talking to playtesters, without talking to anyone, without even really discussing it with anyone except themselves, that they were going to make Shock Towers and MDS basically immune to damage from a lot of bots, and it caused such an uproar, absolute chaos. SG Soundwave's got it hit on the head there. Absolute chaos it was, and I was in work at the time. I was quite busy in work, doing a lot of stuff, and didn't get a chance to look at the chats in work at all. And finished work, had to get home quick. Got home. Really tired day, been out of the house about 12 hours, logged into the chat, and I just got PM, tag. I was like, what is going on? Like, I don't normally get this many PMs, like, unless something big has happened. And went into Discord and just could see, why have you done this? What is going on? I was like, whoa, something big. And I actually, first of all, I thought, they've done it. They've nerfed Sea Spray. They've nerfed him. They've actually done that. And I thought, why have you got these cores? Why have you brought these lightning cores out? And now you've nerfed him. I actually went in the chat going, what is going on? And no one answered. I was like, I'm going to go test him in game. Test him in game. I was like, no, he's still doing the same amount of damage. I don't know what they've done. Same cost. What's going on? Went back to the chat again. Scroll back. And then sort of found out what had happened. And I was like, this is a bad move. I got blamed a bit in Cybertron for getting Sea Spray nerfed. I've always said, I don't want any bot nerfed. I don't want any bot change, really. Maybe Maybe a cost increase, maybe. I'd settle for that at worst. But I don't want to see any bots, change. I want counters. And Yanis actually said this in the stream and sort of agreed with it. And the more counters we get with these build bots, then the better it is. But it's getting to a point now where build bots are the be-all and end-all. That's why we need HQ18. We need an increase in all the rest of the defenses, not just a build bot that's going to affect the whole game. It's getting a bit silly now. But we have a build bot now that works against Sea-Spray, that does do a decent job. So why do we need something else that's going to affect Sea-Spray? We don't need a secondary effect or secondary counter. We've got a counter. And for those that are like, oh, my Sea-Spray's been countered now. Well, yeah, I've had it actually in wars today. And I think we need one more core. I think we need just one. Because right now, everyone is doing 2 FFDs, everyone. And then 1 anti-hack, and then 2 of something else. And that's when we know we're close. We're very close. So, there's some wars I can't use Bumblebee. There's some I can't use tracks. There's some I can't use blades. And some I can use Sea-Spray, but I've got a bit more combo and a bit more conscious of it. That's a good thing. But it's still not quite, yeah. Everyone's using 2 FFDs and 1 anti-hack, and then the rest is a bit random. So I think one more, personally. I think one more build bot core. And then we are done, I think. We don't need any more. Then it's, 6 cores? And that's enough. And I think that's where we need to stop then. And that's where HQ18 will probably come in. Personally, I'd like to see a reduced healing core. Because there's again, now, we've got counters for everything pretty much. Apart from 2. Slowdown and healing. They're the 2 things we haven't got counters for. So I'd like some sort of reduced healing core. Maybe the size of the FFD. And then maybe, or an anti-slowdown core. But we're not quite ready for that. Or are we? But yeah, I want counters for everything, basically. And I can see Risky's put in the chat, no, we don't want to reduce healing core. But don't forget, if they put a reduced healing core, well then they can't equip an FFD, or they can't equip a anti-hack core, or they can't equip a anti-stun core. So that means I can use Bumblebee better, or I can use tracks again, or I can use blades again. It opens it up to something else. Something else. So, if you want to put an anti-healing core in there, hey, that's fine. But then I'm going to use blades instead. If you're going to use an anti-hack core, then hey, I'm going to use my healers more. So, yeah, I want a counter for everything. I want a choice between everything. So if there's choice between everything in the game, it's forcing you to think outside the box. And I'm doing that in wars now. I'm thinking, oh, well, I can't use blades in this attack. I can't use Bumblebee. I can't use Sea-Spray as much. I'm going to use this bot instead. And my squad's changing probably more now with this lightning core than it ever has. To be honest with you. Back 9 months ago, same 8 bots. Every single war. Every single attack. The same. And that was really boring. So I'm liking it now. I'm liking to get to the point where I need choices. I need options. And Victor Star says, but Prime Rush coming back. Why not Sludge? Or Slush attacks, sorry. Why not Slush attacks? You could still, listen, reduce healing. I'm not saying 0 healing. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm saying reduce. So say 20% or 25% reduce healing in an area. Something like that. Nothing too crazy. 20-25% is still quite a bit. Something to think about. But again, for a lot of people saying like, oh, well, take the build out. Just take the build out. Job done. And yes, it is hard, but you can use a jet and a boost or other things. And, anyway. New bots coming is Minerva and Flatlines. This is going to be interesting. So I had an idea a while back that I posted in the chat. I can't remember if it was today or in the chat. My idea was, and I'm hoping they took this on board. I wanted a healer, and I've actually said in my stream, I wanted a healer that does an attack ability. So Ratchet will heal, they'll do the heal beam, but rather than using a heal beam on your bots, they'll do some sort of attack, some sort of damage in a way, or something, or some sort of slowdown in an area. I'm excited for that. I really do hope it is. It's adding a new mechanic. It means you can have a couple of new healers, so you can have a healing, a healing team or a walk team with 2 healers, but don't have any healing abilities. Maybe. Would I replace if say Flatline or Minerva had say slowdown effect in a huge area? Would I sub Wheeljack out for that? Yeah, I probably would actually. Yeah. 5-star Wheeljack for 5-star Minerva? Yeah, I probably would. That'd be a decent switch out. Would I drop Wheeljack forever? No, because if they bring out an anti-slow core, then Wheeljack comes back in, Minerva would go on the bench. This is why I suggest these sort of things. You know, all about choices, guys, and all about increasing flexibility in defense and you know, needing more bots to basically war with, basically. And yes, I was going to comment, like I said, about content. So loads of content. I mean, we've had the MSM Broken video come out this week. We've got a Broken Titans video coming out this weekend. We've had the Magna Boss video come out recently. We've had the aerial bots all rated. We've got a triple changer rated video coming out soon. I was going to bring out the rated healers one, but I think I'm going to do that again with text when this bot's come out, and we can put in with the other healers and judge where it's going to be. I've obviously had DJ Hart on my channel last week. A lot of controversy about that, about top players and bottom players agreeing with Hart, not agreeing with Hart, agreeing with me, not agreeing with me, around, you know, where bots should be. And DJ Hart did a really good video actually. I want to give him props about Cybertron Starscream. I actually even know he did more damage than Cybertron Jetfire, and Cybertron Starscream. I didn't know he actually did more damage than a 4-star, but he makes a good point in his video that the difference is there's a 5-star version, and that's a problem really. But yeah, Cybertron Jetfire actually does more damage than normal Jetfire, so you know, interesting concept, you know, good video. I like it. It's informative. I like videos like that. And then obviously, as you can see there, that I was on FPS Gaming last week. A lot of fun with those guys. Honestly, two great guys. Obviously, Frankster and DJ. And yeah, go and check it out, guys. It was really good. Along with other content creators, Engineer Hoist and Arrow Heart, Grind Time, and Soldier. I've got everyone there. I think if I missed someone else, I think I missed someone there. But yeah, go and check out the content creator guys as well. And that is everything. So, into the game. Cool, bit of background music on. So, as always, we are on the test server. So, before we get all the, you know, usual questions.
Test server disclaimer. This is a test server account given to me by Spaceshape to be able to exclusively show new features. This is in no way connected to Global, and all values are given to me by Spaceshape for testing purposes. To have access to a test account, you must be a playtester or content creator, and to become a playtester or content creator, you must apply when applications are being taken. No, I am not a hacker, and this is not my normal Global account. This has been your test server disclaimer.
And thank you, Grant. I'm putting on his fake English accent. But yeah, so a quick run through of some of the news that's coming out. We've covered quite a lot of it. But yeah, a lot of important news, obviously, that's come out. So, the talk is of HQ18. A lot of focus on that at the minute. They've said that it'll probably come out in the summer. So excited for that. I thought it'd be back end of the year, but they said it'd probably be summer. And they've also said that it's going to come out in stages, and maybe 2 stages even. So 2 upgrades for HQ18, which is a good thing really. So we're not doing 17 where we just do 1 upgrade and it's done. So personally, I've said I would like to see tokens in events. So maybe where it's like you could upgrade the first level of HQ18, but the second level you need a token from an event, and it's like a 1.5 million point event if you want that token to complete it, or maybe put it as 30k in individual events or something. So yeah, interested to see where HQ18 goes. We thought they would raise the cap from 65 to 70. They've said it'd probably be 2 levels. So you're talking 65 to 67. So looking at these sort of caps, so looking here, that is 48 million from 64 to 65. So I think you can expect around 60-70 million for 65 to 66, and maybe 100 million. So you're talking 170 million probably to max out your bots. You know, And you know, I think I've got 100 million Zen XP in storage. So I think when HQ18 drops, I'll be able to max one bot. Now, last time I chose quite poorly. I chose Elita, Skylinks, and Star Saber, and all three were no longer relevant very quickly. So we're not going to be doing that next time HQ18 comes out. Going to be a bit more cautious, I think, on what we choose. But yeah, going to be interesting to sort of see. Then we've got missions coming soon. Can't wait for these missions. Going to be absolutely great. So in terms of missions, you'll be able to send your bots out for a week, say, or a few days. And when you send them out, when they come back, then you'll get resources or just XP. They said Dale said would it be 5-star shards? I said maybe. I wouldn't bank on it, but he said there'll be guaranteed rewards anyway. So definitely XP. So that's a good thing. We can go to work. We can send our bots off, finish work, come back again, or go to sleep. So the last thing I do at night, first thing I do before I go to work. So that's pretty cool. I like that idea. But then the big problem there is going to be research. There's going to be a lot of bots needing to go through that research lab. And for me, they've got to bring out maybe even... I think before this, we need an extra slot. And now, I think we need an extra 2 slots. I think we need to open it up. I really do. I don't understand why we've got it so restrictive. I mean, if we had, for example, say we had 20 slots, you still need enough energy on to do them 20 at once. It's going to be really hard. And those 20 bots are gone while you're doing research. So why is there a restriction? I don't really understand it. I was thinking this today. I thought, yeah, why only 2 research slots? Why only 2? You know, I can't think of a good reason. I really can't. So, you know, for me, we need loads more research slots to go do this. But yeah, loving it. Really good. I love the idea of sending them out for missions because it's something you can do while you're not playing the game. You know. Then obviously, war improvements are coming. They said they're coming. There's going to be something around tournaments, they said. So that's going to be interesting how they do that. You know, be good. Mike Berg is asked to have to use coins. You mean for the... oh, you mean the reason they've got less research slots? Yeah, probably. I don't agree with it. I mean, who really researches... Who really coins bots now, really, apart from the top players? I agree with limiting level 60 ones, because you know it's not every day you get a level 60 bot. But lower levels, I don't know. I think it's time to open up, really. But also with the HQ18 increase, Yanis said there'll be some new stuff. And I quote, new stuff. So, new stuff. So, a while back, he mentioned synergy. So... they've touched upon this they said about acid effects and fire effects and, you know, combine them together. That's going to be interesting to see where that goes. But also synergy between certain bots. He said he would like to bring this in a game. So if you have 2 Dinobots on one team, it might increase their HP by a certain amount. If you have 2 Protector bots or 2, whatever. You know what I mean? 2 of a certain class of bot. 2 Wreckers even, or something like that. Or 2 Seekers, say. Whatever it is. But yeah, if you have more of them on your squad, then you get some kind of buff. So that'd be pretty cool if that comes to the game. Nothing confirmed. I'm just sort of, you know, spouting ideas here, just guessing. But he said something cool pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there'll be some sort of synergy where one effect will stack on the other maybe. Or something like that. That'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah. A lot of things coming to the game, like I said, a lot of good things. The new battle pass, absolutely amazing. We've still got 5-star shards in there. There's going to be combat, 5-star shards, next one, 5-star shards, this one. We've got loads of combiner spark in there, which I needed. I need loads more, to be honest with you. I still need about 2 million combiner spark. So, yeah, really interesting to see where it goes. Really interesting. Cool. So, I want to look at a couple of bots that I've mentioned in the past, something about this, and I want to talk a bit more about it and sort of show it on my stream and show really how effective it is. So we've got anti-stun cores and we've got anti-hack cores and all this, and we haven't got any anti-slow cores. So, for me, Slowdown is massively underappreciated, massively underutilized by the apes. I think we could go somewhere with this, I really do. There's very few bots that really use Slowdown effect to a good standard. But, light speed, I mean, light speed's all. He's not alright. I was going to say he's alright. He's not. I think he's absolutely awful. Let's be honest. I'm trying to stay positive about it, but it's really hard. So, light speed, I think at maximum. He goes up to 10 seconds. So, yeah, 9.5 maybe. So, 10 seconds slowdown. Yeah, it's 70%, but 10 seconds is, not that much really. You want something extensive. So what we're talking about, so you got anti-stun, like I said, but slowdown is pretty much the same thing. It slows it down to almost a snail's pace. So we got brainstorm. So he does reducing their speed by 95%, which is crazy. That's pretty much a standstill. Those defenses are doing nothing pretty much. And then we got streetwise. So streetwise, not only does he slow the enemies down by 50%, but he speeds your allies up by 50%. Now, to put it in perspective, I use Wheeljack, it does loads of damage, and he speeds up by 80%. So, 50% is still good, but it means you're taking a lot less damage as well. So I thought I'd show it on the stream and sort of show you what it does. Let's see any questions in the chat. Yeah, my fella just mentioned about synergy. Yeah, it's been suggested quite a bit, but I've never actually seen it. They just prevented bots from going through walls in rushes. Walls would be a thing. I think they need more than that. I think walls need increasing HP desperately. Cool. My burgers put try hoist. I'm not looking at the speed up as much. I'm looking at the speed down. But obviously what I'm saying is that these bots do both. This bot does, speed up and speed down, where hoist is just speed up. But yeah. So, in terms of streetwise, whoops. Let's try again. Blooper reel. I thought about doing a blooper reel today, actually. I was doing an introduction for my videos, and I must have done about, it must be double figures. It must have been about 10 different ones where I'd stuttered or I'd said the wrong thing. Yeah. Lord Avix has put Sinner Twin and Streetwise are good bets for new batch. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I really do think. Okay. So, we're going to put Streetwise down here and look at the area effect. So you can see here, so now the MDS is firing every 3 seconds, I think it is. And then the mortars are firing every, I think it's every 5 seconds, is it? Okay, so we're going to drop a grenade there. Slow down grenade. So all of a sudden, so it's fired on 13 seconds. You can see there, it's still not fired. Still not fired. And there you go. 8 seconds. So, yeah, 4 or 5 seconds. But you can see there that he's hardly taking any damage off these mortars and this plasma. Let's put another one on it. Let's throw one up there. So there is a bit of a bug with it. I've mentioned it to Dale, where the slowdown effect is not showing visually. But that'll be fixed over time. So obviously this bot on his own is not going to do much, because he hasn't got a great DPS. But he's got great HP, and slowing down all his defenses, it just get costly as well, don't get me wrong. But I like that. I like the fact it starts off low and then increases quite heavily. It means you can't spam it. I like these sort of abilities that you can use them a couple of times to great effect. But you get the idea there. So people that say about Brainstorm and Guidehawk, and they say that the damage is it's too costly because you need another bot to use it and things like that. But it's the slowdown that I want it for. I don't really want it for the damage. The damage is good, Don't get me wrong, but the slowdown is amazing. That is what I want Brainstorm for. That is why I rate him so highly. Um, but then streetwise, there 26,000 health and 400 DPS. So he's got really good health, you know, for a good support bot, which you don't really see that in the game. A support bot with amazing health. So, you know, very interesting. Like I said, for 22 seconds as well. That's a long time. And we just saw the slowdown there. We didn't see the speed up. And then Brainstorm, the 4-star, 95% reduction for 13 seconds. And then the 5-star version, 16.5 seconds. So, you know, 13 seconds is not amazing, but reducing it to 95% is absolutely crazy. So I just feel like speed up and speed down are going to be huge in the meta come HQ18 because if you can't stun them because of build bots and you can't take them out because of one shots, then you know speed up and slow down is a huge option there that's maybe overlooked by most players. So now we'll have a look at something and brainstorm. We'll put him into action. Like I said, we're not going to bother with the light speed because it's pretty awful. But if you think about Brainstorm as his primary function as a slowdown and the secondary function as a damage, you'll finally get a lot better use out of him. So in terms of Brainstorm, Brainstorm works a lot better when you're coming close to defenses. So from range like this, so yeah, it'll do a slowdown. You can see there. But how he works really well is when defenses are up front. So we'll try and show this now. So watch now. So not using any other abilities. And there's the damage. So the idea behind it, like I said, is that you're not doing Brainstorm and flying him over and then using a jet to take it out. You can from range. But how I use him is a bit different. So we're going to show you now. So let's I've actually moved all my cores around, so it's a bit of a mismatched team this, but hey, we'll do it anyway. Berserk's put Guy Hart version is way cooler. Probably. I can't comment. I don't usually use cons, but yeah. Okay, so here we go. So just going to put the bots down here like this. We'll just put a bit of smoke screen, bit of track smoke down just to cover us. So what we'll do is we're going to put Brainstorm down here in front of our team, but we're not going to use another ability. Just going to let it walk. And there's the damage. We're going to use Brainstorm again here. See there, look, all we're doing is using Brainstorm. We're not using any other abilities to take these out. A bit of a snag now because of Chrome Tower. But we'll use Titan to take it out. See you later. Or maybe not. Just use a heal bomb there to keep him alive. And then let's use Brainstorm up here. He comes out this stun, that is. So again, we're going to slow all these fences down. Let's even use the Titan even. There we go. Let's use Brainstorm again. We might have to use an ability this time. Maybe not. But you get the idea. All we've done there is, okay, we use a bit of tracks, a bit of heal bomb. We've just slowed defenses down. We've used brainstorm in front of our bots and let him do damage just in front of them. Use the natural DPS of your bots to kill the base. You don't need to use secondary abilities. And the fact is slowing defenses down, which means they're doing more damage. And the fact you've got speed up, so we're going to do the same now. Now we're going to use streetwise. So obviously this is going to do less damage because brainstorm does damage, streetwise doesn't. But this is also going to speed our bots up. Okay. Okay, slow down. Use grenade there now. See him there now doing loads of damage. Take the tower out with the Titan or not, as we said earlier. Hey, this time, yeah, it worked. Who's that up there? I love how Streetwise just walked off here now. We'll use Brainstorm again then. There we go. You can see there, no combo abilities needed. Streetwise and Brainstorm. With no counters. No counters at all. There's no counter for Brainstorm. And okay, you can have a healing core, but I'll take the build bots out. There's no counter for these guys in the game right now. This is why I want Streetwise as a 5-star in the next batch. This is why I want Brainstorm from that batch. Absolutely immense and super excited about these guys, honestly, in the meta and see where the meta will go. I said a while ago that we'll see a lot of stun coming into the meta, and we kind of did a bit with Bumblebee. I said we'll probably see anti-stun cores then. And we have. We can sort of see where this is going. People will always move to the next viable abilities or next viable bots or next viable attack strategy that is available. They just will. And this is it. Slow down and speed up, basically. And yeah, super pumped. Can't wait. I can't wait to get Brainstorm. I'm holding off. I've got a 5-star pull, but I'm holding off to see what they're going to do with 5-star combiners first and then go from there, and we'll see. We'll see where we go with that. If I need 3 bots, which I've suggested that all 5 bots to get 5-star combiner is too much. It's ridiculous. You're gonna have about 5 or 10 people in the game, or maybe a bit of an under exaggeration, but maybe 30 people in the game that have got on 5-star combiners. Because I ain't, as it is, isn't it? If they make it just 3 bots, then I've got a couple of bots I need to chase. I've got one Volcanicus bot I need to chase. I've got one Defensor bot I need to chase. I've got 2 Optimus Maximus bots, and there's lots of aerial bots in the game. So it's 2 options basically there. So the one option is having 3 5-star bots needed, but then they're gonna have to put a lot more into batches. But I think the most viable thing they can do is they can bring out some sort of token or something where they'll have like a 3 million point event, and like the 5-star Omega part, it'd be like a 3 million point event, and you get a 5-star something which goes on whatever bot. But then I thought about an interesting concept. So you've got Omega that's 5-star, and that's that. But I thought an interesting concept would be, and I've sort of mentioned this before, would be the Enigma of combination. And so You might have 4-star combiner, and you could put the Enigma of combination on one of those 4-star combiners if you have 3 5 stars, whatever it is, whatever they set, and then you get that as a 5-star combiner. But you can't use the Enigma combination on two at once. So you might have a 5-star Abominus or Defensor, you might have a 5-star Volcanicus or Predaking or a 5-star Superior or Devastator. It's up to you really, and that'd be quite cool to see. Having people select a 5-star combiner, so having a 5-star ability for every single one, but you can only have one at a time maybe. It's just again as I've tried not as a consumable, but just having one token you can use. And that is it. So you can't use 3 5-star combiners at once. You obviously got to make Supreme, but you have to choose which one. If you want to take it off, put it on, like a core basically. Alright, so like a Prime Core. So like a Prime Core, you choose who to put Megatronus on, and it's on that bot. And that is it. You can't have it on two. So you get one. And if you want to take it off him, put on another one, then yeah, you can do, but then you lose it on the other one. Yeah, it's like a Prime Core, so I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah. My Burgers put maybe getting a leader. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but there's some awful bots there in the hotspot and um, Grimlock. Silbot's alright. Yeah, that's not too bad. Optus Prime's alright, but yeah, I ain't got any of them, so no. um, Elf Transport. I understand trying to improve the thing, but no, listen. The more this base is not set up for Streetwise. This base is actually not going to help Streetwise. I understand what you're saying, but that in anything, you sort of backing up my point. Is that this base is not helping Streetwise. It's suitable to different bots, and is still that viable. If they make more clustered bot bases, that makes him more viable and even more powerful. Yeah. So yeah, it could be I'd like to see where Slowdown and speed up comes in the game. I would. Okay, on to my other test account. And I see these people saying, oh, another test account? Yeah, I've got 2 test accounts. I've actually got 3. No, 2 test accounts. Let's get this back up and running again, if I can find it. Why can I not get this game up? Why is it appearing on my screen, but not? This is really weird. What is going on? Why is it doing this? Why could I see it on my... Oh, that's why. Hang on a minute, hang on. That was really strange. It was just by chance covering my screen. So my OBS screen, which sort of see, it was sort of covering that. And I was like, why can I see it on OBS, but I can't see it in there? And it was actually covering my OBS screen. That's quite strange, weird, but hey. For those that have streamed before, no, that's a bit of a weird situation to be in. But yeah. So, something Yanis mentioned in the stream that I disagree with really. So, people said we need more 5-star combiners, need them more viable. And he said that, oh, you don't need 5-star combiners. Don't want to balance the game around 5-star combiners. Because you don't need them. So, I happen to know what account Yanis has. His name and everything. Now, I'm not going to disclose that at all. Ever. I'm not going to tell anyone. There's a few people that know. But I'm not going to disclose that. But I do know what alliance he's in. And yes, he's in a Prime League alliance. And was at a decent level, but he's not in a top alliance. He's not in a top 5 alliance by any means. So, yeah, he does want a good level, but because he doesn't want a top level, you can't really sort of comment and say that, oh yeah, you can war. Because in the top sort of reach of the game, we expect 300s. We don't expect anything else. We expect 300s. A 225, a 250, a 275 is not good enough. 300 or bust. And so Yanis might say, yeah, well, you can use 4-star Superion. You're not using 4-star Superion in a top level war and getting a 300. Not consistently anyway. I don't know any top player really that will use Superior in a top war. No, there's some combiners out there that are massively underpowered. And yes, we're on a con account. I thought we'd show cons a bit. We don't really show cons too much. But yeah, we're gonna sort of show a difference between what a 4-star combiner can do and a 5-star combiner can do. So we'll go to the 4-star and then we'll come back and do the 5-star because obviously when you activate it, we can't use it again. But yeah. So you see there, our Overlord is 25 and maxed. And then we've got Devastator, who's also level 20 and maxed out. But it's going to be a big difference between these two. So. And my burgers put it right on, just hit the nail on the head there. You know, if you come against a weak base, then yeah, maybe. But 75% of the time, you don't. And we're talking about Prime League hard. You know. Risky's put, I was being told that using 3-star combiners is perfectly acceptable for Prime League. No, you can. But not. It depends at what level. At the top level, no, you can't use 3-star combiners. Not a chance. In lower leagues of Prime League, not lower leagues, but lower levels of Prime League, then yeah. Do I use my 4-star combiners in some wars? Yeah, I do. Against non-tracked opposition. In a top war, no. In a top war, the only 2 combiners I use are Magnaboss, aka Tripredicus, and Overlord or Omega. They're the only 2 combiners I will use in top wars. I won't use anyone else. So Devastator, here we go. Whoops, wrong one. So Devastator. So we're going to try and take the MDS out first, I think. Or maybe not, actually. I think we'll try and take the MDS out. Just failed. So you see there, 3 structures pretty much taken out. SG Soundwaves, but not even Computron. No, he just dies too quick. He just dies far too quick. His health is a huge issue. I have mine in my outpost as well. I think pretty much 90% of people have Computron in the outpost because it forces you to use a combiner. Because if you hack your own bots, then that is absolutely crazy. Absolutely madness. Let's go again. Let's try again. See if there's any difference. We'll try the other side. Cyrus put Computron and Omega are only top level defenses. In terms of combiners in outposts, yeah, definitely. Omega is superior. Yeah, Omega is, but I like to have my Omega on attack. It's very effective, which obviously we're going to show. So we'll try and do it a bit different this time. So we'll try from this side. We'll try taking this out first. There we go. Sticking it out. And then we'll try doing that over there. And he can't even reach. I want him to reach the MDS, but he can't reach the MDS. And there we go. We'll try something different. And we've took out 2 defenses. You know, 2 defenses with our 4-star max combiner. You know, which leaves everything else intact. So, again, we'll try that. We'll come back and we'll try Overlord a bit later. We'll try on the same sort of base, on my own base. And then, yeah, we'll see. Okay, cool. So, where's my other account? There we go. So, it's that time, guys. And I think someone earlier just said, don't do the giveaway without me. Well, we better be quick. Because we've got a 5-star combat pull. Now, normally I would go through all the 5-star combats and rate them. But that's coming soon, guys. We're going to have text back at the channel again. And we're going to rate all the combats in the game. As usual. So, that's going to be in a few weeks yet. I've got to meet up with Tex again. And, yeah, going to be interesting to rate them all. But, yeah. But, yeah, in terms of everything else, I'm saving my prems up. I don't know why. I just don't need them, so I might as well save them. Saving my 4-star shards. Again, don't really need them, but I don't have a will or not. So I'm saving them. Saving my 5-star shards. Don't really need them, so I might as well save them. But we've got a 5-star combat chip, and we're going to pull from this batch. So, not a big fan of Dazzle Strike. Not a big fan of Road Burner. But any of these three, this air raid on defense, yeah, I would really like that. Rat Trap I currently use on my Laser Optimus, so that'd be a good switch over. And I currently use Spoil Spore. I think I've just switched them around and put them on Blades. So that will go on. So these two will definitely go straight in my team. Air Razor will go on defense. Dazzle Strike, that's a whole different conversation another day. And Road Burner's pretty awful. So I wouldn't want these two, but I do want these three. So, as always, Sunstreaker was a stash crystal up for grabs. So, who do you think we are going to pull? If you get it right, you win a Sunstreaker was a stash crystal. Simple as that, guys. So, put it in the chat now. Are we going to pull Spoil Spore, Rat Trap, Air Razor, Dazzle Strike, or Road Burner? Who are we going to pull? So, a few Air Razors. SG Soundwaves put Dazzle Strike. I hate you. I really don't want Dazzle Strike. Although part of me wants to, just to play around with him a bit. But, yeah. Quite a few Spoil Sports as well going in the chat as well. I hope it is one of these three. I really do. Spoil Sport, Rat Trap, or Air Razor. I really do hope so. Jason Rowley reckons Rat Trap. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Rat Trap, but obviously it fits a purpose. It's just the anti-stun. The damage is a bit meh. So, but I've been most happy with Spoil Sport. That is the jackpot. Spoil Sport is the jackpot. Then these two. Then Road Burner. Dazzle Strike. Well, if you saw the Mind Wipe video on my channel server, if you saw that, we're looking at a similar reaction. It'd probably get memed, to be fair. I might even smash my computer up. Lord Enix put Air Razor and Tombot are great in raids. Yeah, but I don't do raids. Yeah. SG Soundwaves put you should get Jake to pull it. Yeah, you know what? I should, but should I go? I don't know actually. Should I go and see if they're awake? What do you think? Should we take a slight break from programming to try and get either Jacob? I think Jacob's asleep actually, but I think my daughter might be up. Maybe. No, last time I went up there, she was having a bit of a late night. So do we get her to pull it? SG Soundwaves put, yeah, go and get him. Yeah. Should we go and get him? Are you willing to take a 30-second break from programming, if that? Just to get one of the kids to pull it? See how lucky they are? But yeah, I'd love a Sport Sport. I'd love a 5-star Sport Sport. I will raise the roof. Tell you what, let me go and see she's up. Give me a minute. Be right back. Nope, they're fast asleep. It's only 11 o'clock, but they were awake last time I went up. So, no, it's not happening. So, okay, guys. That is it. No more guesses in the chat. So let's just, no more guesses. There we go. Okay. No more guesses after my comment, guys. We are done. Here we go. 5-star combat chip. I had a heart attack and I thought, oh my god, I pulled the wrong one. Imagine. Imagine. Just check out the right one. Yep, cool. You see here we're holding our G1s and our bot chips and gold chips. Ready for more cores coming if they come. I've even got this. Should we open it? Yeah, let's open it. I've not even opened it yet. That says a lot. New 4-star bot incoming! So who guessed SG Jetfire? Who guessed that? Alright, okay. Here we go, guys. Come on, Sport. Come on! I'll take it. Not bad. 5-star air razor. Not bad. But decent in an outpost. But yeah, he ain't Sport. He ain't Rat Trap. But yeah, that's pretty good. And we can take him up right now. Got a bit of a. There we go. That's all our 5 stars. So pretty decent collection. G Sandwich put downward sea and rage. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see me rage. So yeah, if you said air razor, congratulations. Sunstreaker was a stash crystal. Hit me up on Discord, guys. Just find me on Discord, Sunstreaker Wozza. And yeah, you will get your stash crystal. Question now is who to put on an outpost. I think I might have to put one. I think Chromia. I think we'll put one Chromia. I think Chromia goes in an outpost, so I don't want to take off one of my war bots, but Chromia is a good one to get off. We've got Night Stalker on, so we can take Night Stalker off there. Put Air Razor on there, and then SG Soundwaves has put Air Razor best on Chromia. Thanks for the tip. I just realised, why hasn't she got a core on her? She needs a core on there, doesn't she, though? She definitely needs a core. Yeah, a bit of Nexus. There we go. Cool. Nice, I'm happy with that. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. So let's go back to the China account and let's see if we've got another combiner to check it out and spot the difference. Spot the difference. Oh, 2 minutes. Brilliant. See if there's any anything in the chat for 2 minutes while we're waiting for the combiner. Me and Phillips, I wish it was harder to target them when it first come out. Yeah, that was a kind of a bug though, wasn't it? Let's be honest. Yeah. Bricks Motion got 5-star flat. Congratulations. Probably the second best combat in the game, in my opinion, behind Top Shot. But yeah, absolutely amazing. But yeah, I'm going to do a video soon on Dazzle Strike. It's going to be quite amusing. But yeah. Any more? Who did pick Air Razor? Let's have a look. Who picked Air Razor? So we've got Berserk. Well done. Lord Avix. Well done. Brian Leonard. Mike Berge. Congratulations. Buzzkiller. Congratulations. I think that is everyone. I think. Yeah. Cool. Sorry, okay, you've way missed it, bud. I think you must be watching a bit behind. Bricks Motions put, my suggestion was to be able to donate resources into Alliance to get Shanix for it. Yeah, okay, so I saw that comment. There's a problem with that though. So if I give you resources and I get Shanix, okay, so you get resources, I get Shanix. And then you give me resources, you get Shanix. And then I give them resources back, and I get Shanix. And then I give you resources, and you give me, and you give me, and you, and me, and you, and me. And you see that we're just going to build up Shanix and Shanix and Shanix. So, little story that I've told a while back, but I'll tell it again. It was quite amusing. So, a few years ago, there was the opportunity to gift crystals. So what would happen was, how we used it was, if it was someone's birthday, we all bought prems and gifted them. So you could buy prems and choose in a game who to gift them to, and you would go and send it them. And it was good on someone's birthday because you would go and buy prems, whatever, or go and buy the character crystals. To be honest, it's better odds. So you buy 10 character crystals, which was like, 10, $20, whatever, and give them for the birthday. So say $10, and everyone would do that. And they'd have like 200 crystals for the birthday, and it was a really cool thing to do. It really was. And you're talking back in my original side days, years ago. But some clever guy, as always, thought of a way to ruin it. So what he did was, and he was actually a bit of a YouTuber, and he sort of did a bit of a rant video and quit the game after it, I believe. And I would love to remember his name, but I can't remember. So what he did was he set up an alternate account and a burner account, so HQ 456 whatever, and then he bought crystals with that account and gifted it to his main account, and then his lower level account would then request refunds from Google or Apple, so he'd get his money back. But then the account would get banned because of it. And then he'd set up another burner account. He would buy crystals, gift them to his main account, and then he would request refunds from Google or Apple and get that account banned and set up another burner account. And you see where I'm going with this, basically. And that's what he did. And yeah, and eventually the ape sort of cottoned onto it and banned his main account. But like I said, he wasn't a massive YouTuber, but he did do videos. And yeah, he did a massive rant video about it. It's the first I heard about it. I heard they were getting rid of gifted, and we were furious. But then when I heard why, I was like, right, well, yeah, I kind of get that. But then I think they could have kept the gifting, but just said, listen, you can only get one gift once a year. You know. Mike Burgess put, what was the reason for the refund? Why did they honour it? Well, they always say you should contact the developer in the first instance, and then you can put that you did contact developers and they refused, and that it was bought in error. You could say I bought the bundle in error. My kid bought the bundle in error, but they do send you a message saying you do understand that your account will be banned though. So you could buy bundles in this game, and you can go and get them refunded, but your account will be banned. I promise you that, guys. So don't think you can sort of fiddle that. You're gonna get banned for doing it. But yeah. Atari's put his name was Shadow. No, it wasn't Shadow. It might be the same sort of guy. It might be another guy doing it. It wasn't Shadow, though. It was a low level guy. It wasn't high level at all. But I only know him because he did YouTube videos. But yeah. Okay, so we saw earlier that Devastator took out 3 defenses. Let's call it 3, for argument's sakes. Now we're going to use a 5-star Overlord. Same base. Sound on. And we'll see the difference. Okay. 5-star Overlord. So there's 2 defenses down, 1 defense down already, There's two. Three. Almost the MDS. Four. That's it from the five. Five defenses. I think we can get six out of this. I really do. We're different. We're just a bit different. So you see there, triple the amount of defenses taken down from a 5-star Overlord compared to a max 4-star Devastator. So that's three key defenses as well. It's not like it's just something, you know. But my dog bought a bundle once. Such a troll, honestly. I want to know that story. After the stream, hit me up, Atari. I want to know that story about how your dog bought a bundle. Mike Billy's put a good point, and your bots will be boosted afterwards as well. So let's try and put Overlord a bit closer here now. She's that reflection. So 1, 2, 3, 4 defenses down. 5, 6. Can we get 7th? 7. Oh, almost 7. Almost. That Billbot is I don't know, maybe not. The regen. But you see there again, 6 defenses. So this entire side has been taken out. So to say that a 4-star combiner is just as relevant as a 5-star Overlord will do the same job in Prime League, that could be the difference between a win and a loss. You know, and I kind of understand what he's saying is that, you know, you can be successful in Prime League, but at what level? If you want to be a top player at the heights of Prime League, scoring 300 consistently, then, like Atari said, backs me up. Omega, and I actually use Magna Boss quite a bit, but still, Omega is really the one. I use Magna Boss on poor bases. Maybe Comp you're trying to push, but you've got to use your 5-star combiner if you want to succeed. And you know we need 5-star combiners in the game. We do, especially by the time HU 18 comes. And yeah, I'd like to know. You know, I'd like to see them sooner than later. Could be interesting to see how they come to the game. Going to be pretty interesting there. But yeah, you know, we'll have to wait and see. Chris Harmon's asked how to get our crystals. Contact me on Discord, Chris. Just hit me up on Discord and go, hi, Wozza. My name is such a person from the stream. Maybe just a screenshot of you know, your you type in whatever. You can sort of show me like your IGN. Not your in-game name, so your YouTube name, sort of whatever. And then just yeah, just hit me up and just say, listen, I want a code. Can you throw me the code over? And I will send you the code link, and you can use it in game. Simple as that. But yeah. But yeah, is there anything else I need to go through? I'm trying to think. Covered, like I said, I covered loads today, loads of information. But like I said, some big videos coming, guys. Triple changes all voted, all rated, not voted, all rated in the game. That is coming next week. I think that's scheduled in for. We've got the healers we're going to do with Tex again. A couple more videos with Tex coming over the next month or so. We're probably going to do another interview with Dale soon as well. That's going to be coming on. We're probably going to do another base rinsing as well with grind time. Then we've got the Broken Titans video. We've got streams every Thursday. So there's loads of content coming, guys. But like I said, the only way you're going to see this content is by subscribing, guys, and never missing another stream. And you can get the latest news and the latest info just by hitting that subscribe button. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. Don't forget to hit a like on the stream before you leave. Ding! But yeah, appreciate everyone for tuning in, guys. Really thanks. Been a cool stream, very informative, and lots of information coming. Can't wait for the next stream in 2 weeks. Next Transformers Earth War stream. We'll have loads more news and info for you. But in the meantime, watch out for my videos coming this weekend. Watch out for my stream next Thursday. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And as always, guys, peace out.